Hello everyone, welcome back to the Hachette Partworks building the Dalek. This is part 2 technically of the video series, but not part 2 of the build. We are currently at stage 38, and in this video we're going to be running through stages 39 to 42. And we are going to be building what I believe is the skirt section of the Dalek. And last month, essentially, or a few weeks ago actually, from my perspective, we finished off the front kind of half. I'm assuming this is the front of the Dalek, and one section of what I now understand is part of the back of it. I actually thought it was something over here, but it's not. It's part of the back section. So let's go ahead and start with section number 39, or issue number 39. So this is part 39, and as you can see, if we just, you guys can see it on the front, to be fair, we are going to be working on the skirt section. That's a pretty nice, that's pretty cool. Little Dalek astro ray. That's good. Is that actually a thing? It is. It's Dalek toys that used to be released. That's interesting. And very on point too. Okay, so this isn't a toy, obviously, what we're building. But still, as you can see, we are going to be working on another section very similar to this. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll get our parts out and take a look. And this is what we have in the first part of today's video. And we have essentially those little pedestal holder things. These things, which I did get the wrong way around in the last video, but I kind of might have edited through that because it was a little bit embarrassing. But yeah, these were put on the wrong way around in the last video, but I corrected it without showing you in the video. But yeah, they're okay now anyway. But yeah, so I got the little ones mixed up with the bigger ones. As you can see, some are littler than the others. But yeah, we're basically going to be building another one of these. So I'm just going to go ahead and fit that together. So it says in the instructions that we are looking at it from this perspective. That's right, from my perspective anyway, this way around. And we're just going to be taking the little one and fitting it with a base plate underneath it with the little studs facing this way. And then of course we fit this over the top. So I'm going to do that now. So, well, I will do in a moment anyway with which screws does it want me to use? JP screws, because we've got JP and HP screws with this one. So that's how that fits on there, and then the bigger one fits on this side. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. We'll cut to that. Okay, so now that those two skirt holders are connected, it should, if that's by anything to go by, it should be asking me to, to attach these things to the back of them. Something, just double check. Yep, something along the lines of, if we can get them in, of like that. And we're going to put one on both sides of this one, and also one on the one we made earlier. Always wanted to say that. Okay, and then we have it. Both of those are now complete. I just love how everything is just metal and like really high quality stuff with this build. Very, very good. And that actually, and it's pretty quick, that actually concludes the 39th part of this Dalek out of 140. But don't worry, we're not going to do all of that. September of 2027, we're expected to finish this. So quite a bit to go. But anyway, that's a little factoid right in the middle of the video, isn't it? Let's move on to part 40. And here is part 40. Just love the cutting. Quite a milestone. I like all of the 10s, 10, 20, 30. But here we are at 40 finally. Here we are with this section, which is quite big. As you can see, it's very large, in fact. And this is going to be added on to the set now. We're going to see what that is. So let's just jump directly to the... Oh, wow. Okay, there's another very nice poster in there of a Dalek, of course, from the classic series. It escapes me which one it is. I think it's the... Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. But anyway, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to remove that poster and put it on my wall because I don't want to damage any of the books, but I'm probably going to try because I like to decorate this wall, which you cannot see with Dalek stuff, which it already has it on there. So anyway, wow, look at that. That's the execution Dalek. We just got figures of those. Okay, so here we go. Oh, right, okay. So it looks like in this set we do in fact receive, we'll just take a quick look, this, which I am very confident, base plate 6 part. Yes, I'm, well, almost confident that this is kind of where the wheels go. I'm almost certain that these holes here are where the wheels are go in the Dalek. So we're on the very, very thin bottom of the Dalek at the moment. So yeah, it looks like we are attaching these rear plates here to this. We're using, let me have a look. We'll never try and do that again. Okay, yeah, the same method we used with this. We're using the nuts and bolts. And of course, our little tightening apparatus, or wrench, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so I'm just carefully kind of looking at this now, before we had an abrupt cut there, just to kind of figure out where these are positioned. So that one obviously goes there. We've got to watch out for the book and make sure the spaces are all in the right place and so on. Oh, it's just really not feeling it today. Anyway, well, not feeling life. And that one goes roughly like that. And we're just going to use these little nuts and bolt things to attach them. So we'll kind of cut over to when that's finished. And there we have it. We have the rear of the Dalek. And there we have it. That's the completed work for part 40 altogether, really. Just connecting these sections with this section. And that's the rear, kind of, I think, is the tailgate of the Dalek, or at least the inner version of it anyway, because a Dalek does have this great big bumper that goes around it. So we'll see. All right, and here we have part 41 with this even monstrously longer box that I can't really fit in frame all that well. There we go. All just about, I guess. It is a very big frame. It is quite long, and we're going to find out what we have to do with this. So just muddling along, muddling along. Ooh, information about how they control the Daleks in the show. That's interesting to read. I do read these magazines, so we'll see. Okay, so nice picture of what we're building there. Very nice. Let me look at that. Isn't that going to be awesome when we're finished? Anyway. Well, okay. Looks like we are doing sort of the side plates of the Dalek this time. So let's go ahead and get it all out and see what we have to work with. Okay, so it looks like in this one we get this very long piece of metal, like really long in fact. And it has a lot of holes in it, which you can definitely see. And I guess we have a lot of things to connect to it. And also this, what looks like a flag. Can you see that? Where's the camera? There it is. Like a flag printed on it. I wonder if that's got anything to do with it. I guess we'll find out as we build. But taking a look at what we have to do in the instruction book here, it is telling me that we have to connect this to these. So this is going to be like the side plate that goes along here. I don't even know if I can even fit this in the frame, to be fair. And this one here is going to go right at the back over here, which you can't even see in the frame. So that's touching my wall, and I can't actually get this in frame. So we're going to have to do a bit of jiggery pokery. But yes, I'm attaching this to this and this to this, and you'll see the final product. Yeah, I'm going to have to rethink my filming setup. Okay, so the way I'm doing it is I've just put one through to align the holes between this plate and this plate. And I'm going to put one on, just making sure that they are. Just spin it around with my finger, what they call finger tight, I believe. And then just make sure that these are in place. And we'll fit another one underneath if I can find the hole. Oh my goodness, it's very, very fidgety. Okay, I think if I can just get it to go through with potluck, there we go. It will go through, and we can apply another one on this side and just ensure that these are aligned, this hole here and this hole here. And they are, from what I can see. So now we can just go ahead and fit the rest, essentially. I say essentially a lot, by the way. So As you watch these videos, you might hear me say that a lot. I don't know why. I just do. I'll grow out of it, I hope. There we go. So again, just fitting that and fitting that.
There we go. And again, just fitting another one in.
But we're not done yet, because I believe that once that is finished, and I have put the hexagon things, you know, the nuts on the right way around, the hex bolts as it's called in here. Yeah, we have to attach it to the back end as well. So it shows the view from the below, take the assembly from issue 40 and align the 4 small screws holes in the base plate with the screw holes in the other one. So yeah, we're doing it to the back as well. So we have to find more room here without knocking things over. So this is going to have to go out of frame slightly while we take this section and we're aligning it with these holes here. Does it go above or below? It goes below, of course it does. Like that. Oops. And, oh blimey. That is quite a challenge. Okay.
I have to lean in here. Have I done this right?
Yeah, it looks like I have. Okay, there you go. You need to push. You need to push the little base plate, the thing that's underneath this, into place. Because I thought that maybe it wasn't going to go in, but it does. You just kind of have to push it in. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and put the screws in, and we'll tighten them all afterwards. So again, from below, just trying to find that hole without looking. There we go, one in. And swirl it around. And we'll take another.
Put it in. Oh my goodness. There we go. And swirl it around.
Okay, good. So there's like a whole line of nuts going all the way around these sections and this section all the way around. So that's good. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and fit the rest of them and bolt them all in, and we'll see what we have after we're done. All right, and there we have it. We have put together all of this section nice and tight and well and done. Well and done, whatever. And yeah, things are looking good. So we're going to now just quickly move on to part 42, which is right here, 42. And again, we get the same great big, massive, you know, package. And of course, we're going to go straight over to the page. There we go. Nice information about the Dalek there, and Terry Nation, actually, the creator of the Daleks. Well, sort of. Oh, and a nice, another nice picture of what we're building right there. It's got so many features. It's going to be awesome. Nice little, you know, centerpiece for my collection once it's finished, and definitely something I'll be trundling around my house. But anyway, we'll get to that when it comes in a year and a half, 2 years, 2.5. It's a while, but the fun is in the building. So yeah, let's go ahead and open this up, and I'm pretty sure it's the other side of the base plate. Okay, yes, so I was right. It is the other side of the base plate, and I won't lie or over-exaggerate. This is huge. Like, for a model, this is huge. This is. I have never seen anything like this before, and I've seen quite a few models, and this is just the base plate. Like, if I just lift this up on the camera, it doesn't really give that big of its scale, that big of an idea of its scale. But it is huge. Like, just turning this around now, like, that is quite heavy as well, ish. And we're just going to go ahead and attach this section. It wasn't a half a square or whatever. It was left and right. That makes more sense now, doesn't it? Okay, it was an L, or whatever I said it was earlier. Right, so we are going to again, lost my train of thought. We are now going to be attaching this base plate to this one, and it's essentially the same thing again, although this one is a slightly different shape. So we're going to go ahead and attach it, and I'll show you what it's like when it's finished. Okay, so I've had to go a bit handheld here because this is huge. Like, it's finished now, obviously. We've finished all of the parts for this video, and it pretty much encompasses almost the entirety of my cutting mat here, which is just over 21 inches long, 22 inches long, and this kind of encompasses all of it. So you can imagine that it's roughly about its width, or its, well, width from my angle anyway, its length even. And it isn't finished yet. Apparently in the next issue we do get more of the base plate, but I know for a fact that we're working on the wheels soon as well. We're having motors for the wheels and so on, but that's a little bit later on. We just have to finish the base plate first, but we have the overall scale of the base plate. This is just the inner rim of the Dalek's base as well. As you can see from over here, what we're building is the bottom of this Dalek skirt to here. Not this bumper part, just the bottom of this skirt section, the base underneath of all that. So that's all that this is, and it's already huge. So the bumper, I imagine, because this is probably where the slats come down here, and the bumper might stick out further. This might be where the bumper goes. I'm not sure, and this is just a guess. But yeah, the bumper goes around the perimeter of this, and of course the slats will go up, and of course the other ones will go diagonal. So you can see how big, just how big this thing is going to be. Apparently it's going to be almost 3 feet tall. So yeah, it's going to be huge. So that really finishes off the video. I might have to display these parts of the Dalek, which is the other parts we've finished, either up here or some other place. But for now, that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. The next one should be in about 3 or 4 weeks, and we'll finish off more of the base plate and the rest of the Dalek, or well, some more of the Dalek anyway. So thanks for watching. Do subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.